My name is Tammy Jo. My friends call me TJ. And welcome to our segment today where we focus on Grand Rapids, lifestyle, our vision for the city, and a little bit of helping hands when it comes to kids' food basket. I'm here with the Mayor, David LeGrand, and I'm curious about, with you being our newest mayor to Grand Rapids, what is your vision for our city?
Well, that's a good question. I think the macro thing you always have to talk about in the city is people want to be here. This is a great city. It's popular. The word is out. For a long time, nobody knew where Grand Rapids was, but now people realize it's a great place to be and live. And so my vision is really to respond to the challenge of our popularity as much as anything else. And that means that we need to do some real work on housing, on building more housing in the city. And so that's a big, complicated conversation. And I always say, this is a complex problems always need complex solutions. So we're probably going to need 20 responses to the housing issue, not just one or two.
And then a collaboration of those as well.
Exactly. I would love to see Grand Rapids sort of grow into its real role as, the biggest growing city in the state. And that means, maybe modeling some things for other parts of the state that we do really well. I'm excited by the possibilities of doing things like better integration of biking into the city, better integration of really making our neighborhoods stronger so that people can get a lot of the things they want in their life very close to their house. So
it's walkable, rideable.
Right. So one of the phrases that's used here is the 15-minute city. The idea that you should be able to get most of the things you want in the course of your week within a 15-minute walk of your house. So I can walk to my favorite pub. I can walk to my favorite sushi shop. I can walk to church. I can walk to the library. I can walk to work. I can do all of those things very close to my house. We want a philosophy of plenty and not a philosophy of scarcity. And I think that that's really important.
Yeah, and having that conversation of it, if people have what they need, then they're happy.
Yeah, and I think far too often in politics, politicians will lead by saying, things are tough, therefore X. Well, if you get people into a scarcity mindset, you don't get them to, I'd rather lead with empathy. Think about all the great things we have. Now, how about we go share that? How about we go courageously try to do more? That's for me a more productive conversation.
And how do we unite on the same front? How do we work together on that same front versus separating people or blaming others?
Exactly.
With Mary Kay Hood, the founder of Kids Food Basket. Can you tell me, what was that moment they went, this is a need for our city?
Well, I was approached by a volunteer who told me a little story about a principal on the west side of Grand Rapids seeing a little girl digging through the trash. She was 5 years old. Her name was Melanie. And she was looking for food for her family. And they, at the point that I met her, they could identify 125 children that they knew were at high risk of not receiving an evening meal. So a group of volunteers and I got together and started feeding children a sack supper that they take home. It's their dinner.
That's their dinner. And how many years ago was that?
That was right around 2001, 2002.
So now 23 years later, you have built this amazing organization that feeds how many children?
We're feeding 10,000 children every day now.
These sack suppers aren't just a paper bag anymore.
Right.
They're a symbol in itself.
Oh, I know. I'll tell you a little story. There was a teacher doing a home visit, and a little boy, the little boy said, "Do you want to see my bedroom?" And she said, "Sure." So they went in the bedroom, and the brown paper bags that he had received, with all the drawings and well-wishing, were all taped on his wall.
That means a lot.
The teacher said, why did you do that? And he said, because they're mine.
And I look at children that are wanting they don't know they're wanting until they have something they can't have anymore. And then you see how a child who can't even afford a poster or a picture, or maybe even have the drawing supplies themselves, are now using bags to decorate their bedrooms. It is just wonderful.
Yeah, I know.
Because now you have made an impression on them to help others as they go too.
Right.
These bags, don't judge my drawing yet, these bags are a symbol for Kids Food Basket. Thank you for coming along our journey with us today of discovering what makes Grand Rapids so special, and not just that, about how helping hands can make a huge impact for our children with Kids Food Basket. See you next time.